All right, welcome back to Newsmax Now. I'm Rob Astorino. So the president is in Big Sky Country in Montana right now at the Four Seasons Arena in support of Max Rosendale, who is the Republican nominee for Senate against Jon Tester. That could be a really big battle that potentially could add a seat or save the Senate for the Republicans. And let's listen in to the president right now.
Getting along, let me tell you, getting along with Russia and getting along with China and getting along with other countries is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. I would say for stupid people or for political people, because they're not stupid, all they are is good at obstruction, good at resisting. You know, the whole thing is resist, right? But every time it comes up, I will say this. I'm going to have to ask him this question. How bad has it been since Trump has been in? Take a look at what's happened. Take a look at, we've just increased our military spending. We're at $700 billion. We've become a nation that is exporting energy for the first time. We're exporting energy. So many things. And you look at all the money that NATO's getting now. They're probably saying in Russia, you know, if we did like this guy, we made a big mistake. We'd rather have crooked Hillary Clinton. I think they would much rather have Hillary. But getting along with other countries, and you're talking nuclear powers, in all fairness, getting along is really a nice thing. It's a smart thing. We're going to beat everybody. We have the greatest military we have now. Look, we have now, and hopefully we'll never have to use it. You know, the only way you're never going to have to use it, if it's so powerful, so good, so strong, that nobody wants to play games. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We'll never have to use it.
All right, the president rallying the troops in Montana. It's going to be a good race over there, and we'll see what happens in November. Max Rosendale, the GOP nominee for that Senate seat against Jon Tester. So it's basically a Make America Great rally for a campaign in Montana. All right, another Fox employee has joined the Trump administration. Former Fox executive Bill Shine was brought aboard today and will reportedly oversee all White House communications. But his hiring is being heavily scrutinized by some, including former federal prosecutor Larry Klayman, who joins us now via Skype. All right, Larry, thanks for being with us. First of all, what is your beef with Bill Shine?
It's not so much a beef with Bill Shine as to try to protect the president. The president's putting himself at risk. He's not anti-women's rights. He's actually pro-women's rights, but he's been vilified over the last year and a half. And to put someone like Bill Shine in there, who was part, allegedly, of all of these sexual harassment scandals at Fox, and who apparently, according to some reports, allegedly actually sequestered a woman, Lori Loon, who was sexually harassed by Roger Ailes and prevented her from even getting out of a hotel room. The president needs to do an investigation before he goes forward with this guy, Shine, because he's bad news. And the reality is here is that the president doesn't need this controversy at the same time that he's trying to broker peace with North Korea, with Iran. He's got issues involving trade, illegal immigration. It's totally unnecessary. Now, the president has just fired Scott Pruitt, the EPA administrator. If he can take that kind of a strong action, he should at least put this appointment of Bill Shine on hold until an investigation is conducted by state and federal authorities in New York about what really happened. Because if it happened as alleged, this would amount to obstruction of justice, false imprisonment, and other matters. These are very serious matters that need to be looked at.
All right, even though he was never accused of harassment himself, some employees allege he ignored their complaints of bad behavior by higher-ups, including, of course, Roger Ailes, as you said. Now, Andrea Tantaros' lawsuit was thrown out, and others settled with no admission of wrongdoing by Fox. And so maybe it's a bad culture, or was a bad culture. No crime so far. So federal and state investigators, that's who you want to get involved. Or what about the Manhattan District Attorney or the Attorney General of New York? But my question to you, Larry, is this going too far on one particular person? Don't you think would have, well, but don't you think the Trump administration would have vetted Bill Shine before they took him on?
One would hope. One would have hoped that Scott Pruitt would have been properly vetted. He wasn't. And see, I don't attribute this to the president. He's got a lot of things on his agenda. And he's being pushed in this direction by someone at Fox News, probably Sean Hannity, who's very close with Shine. And Hannity's been very supportive of him, so he's taking that advice. And in this case, okay, do an investigation first before you bring this guy into your home. It's like having the ghost of Roger Ailes there. I have nothing against Fox News per se. We're not trying to hurt Fox News. What we're trying to do is to protect the President of the United States. And there were things that went on at Fox News under both Ailes, who was CEO, and Shine that need to be investigated thoroughly. And that's what we're saying.
I'm just being the contrarian here that nothing happened that we know. Fox did their own internal investigation. No criminal actions have been brought against Bill Shine. And again, there are people in the White House that are supposed to not only interview him and say, are there any things that we need to worry about? And I'm just going to say that if I'm Bill Shine, I hope he said to the president, look, now might not be a good time because I have X, Y, and Z that could happen. If he didn't say that, the president says, come on board, right? And the president said, come on board.
That may be, but, you know, the settlement with Lori Loon was reportedly for $3 million. That ain't chopped liver. And if there was something there, then they shouldn't have settled.
Larry, I appreciate you coming on.
You're welcome.